Hello everyone, we're back for level 2 reformer with Heather. Hey, we're gonna start and just kind of prepare and get ready. You're gonna grab your grippy for stomach massage, the tailbone pad if you need that, and then the long pad because we'll need that for long stretch. So just have those at the front of the reformer, ready to go. You're gonna have a seat and you're gonna kind of teaser down. You're on all reds and a blue on your springs. Good. We're gonna work a little bit more on connecting every exercise into the next through transitions. So you're in V stance, and here we go. Resting out and pulling in. I want you to think about flowing your out right back into the pull in. Good, pushing from your sits bones, growing tall through the spine, even as you bend the knees in. You are in that neutral pelvis for this footwork series, so making sure you're engaged throughout. Good, bird's feet, moving into 10 here. Inhale out, exhale, pull in. On bird's feet, you're really sending that energy through the heels to fire into that booty. Good, opening the chest. Good, and pressing through the arms really helps you get into that oblique, to get into the ribs, so you're zipped up from the bottom to the top. Good, heels, flexing the toes back. Very good. Pay attention to your feet here, especially the balls of your feet. So it's like as if you were standing on the floor. When you press out, the toes stay right there and they do not rock back with your knees. You're doing great, Heather. Sometimes you have to watch your feet a little bit just to make sure. Because when you're locked in the ankles, you're locked in those hips. Good, so we're going into tendon stretch. So make sure the balls of the feet are on the foot bar and you're not hanging by the toes. You're going to press out and hold. Lower 2, 3, lift 2, 3. So there's never a pause in the movement. It's that continual flow and reach. And you want to be feeling this up the whole back of the leg. So you're squeezing the seat to lift the heels and to lower them. Because when you stretch that calf, you stretch through those hamstrings. Good. And stretch for a moment. Good. Bending in for 100 beats. You're going to wiggle down so your shoulders aren't cramped up. Good. Here we go. In one fell swoop, you're going to press out and pump. Good. Your legs on the intermediate should be able to reach just a little bit further away. Try to really advance throughout the series of the 100 beats. You don't have to go straight out on your very first one, but with every exhale, you can see she's really getting deeper and deeper. So by her last breath in 100 beats, she's really challenging herself. And I bet if I took that foot bar down, she could go even lower. So inhaling into the back of the ribs to fill up the lungs. Good job. Bending in. We're going into frog and leg circles. So both handles in one hand. We're going to teaser up. You can use that elbow, that left elbow, to push you up. That was great. Try to keep your legs floating, tight inner thighs, and then teaser back down. It gets easier through the series because we do this a few times. Teaser in the beginning is a little bit challenging, especially early in the morning when our backs are not warmed up so much. And Heather's wearing a sweatshirt, so she's gonna be burning double the calories today. Okay, so we're going into frog. Rest into neutral and really focus on the length, flowing in and out. Good, so we're gonna pick up the pace just a little bit. Good. Make sure on the bend in that you're not losing that tush Otherwise, you're going to be pushing from your low back. And we want to really keep that seat engaged so it's ready to fire back through. Good. Still pressing into those arms. Going to go right into leg circles. Press down, open around. Really work on those abs, drawing them in and up as the legs reach away. Abs go in, legs go down. We are in a V stance. And you will notice we did not take the handles off the straps for transitional purposes. So it's a little more clinky when we're focusing on this flow transition. Good job. So you want to find that oppositional energy in the body. Your abs draw down towards the sacrum as the legs reach away. So energetically, we're working in a lot of directions. Through the feet, through the tailbone, through the crown of the head, through the palms and fingertips. Good. We are going to add a stretch in right here. You're going to take one foot out, lower it down. Good. So watch that bottom knee, make sure it stays pulled into the hip. Just a couple breaths here, then we're going to open. Deepen the abs and get that left hip to be heavy as the right leg opens out. Make sure you're not rocking in one piece. Deep abs. And then you're going to cross it back over. On your series, everyone, I'm placing this right before the short spine so that our transition can be a little more fluid going into coordination. I do feel like this also helps you maybe get a little bit more out of short spine since we're stretching through the front of the thighs and the front of the abs getting into the low back and those hamstrings. Good. You want that foot to be flexed, so you're stretching through the arch and lengthening that Achilles all the way through the hamstring. Good. When you cross over, you're not going over very far. You're aiming towards that right shoulder, and then energy is down through the left hip as the leg goes over. Good. Both feet back in the straps, and then your headrest is going to lower for short spine. We are in flat back for this one. Okay, so we're going to do a few prep exercises, a combination. We're just going to do 5. You're going to press out, reach the legs back, press back down, and bend in. So we're going into combination. Straight, and then bring the legs straight back, then press down and bend in. Good. Tight heels. Deep abs. Good, last one, and then you're gonna bend. Here we go to short spine. Inhale, pressing out. Exhale, rolling up. Good, we're rolling up a little bit sooner here, so it's more abdominal work. Controlling the legs back, bending the knees, and exhale, rolling the tush away from the heels as long as possible, and then using those hamstrings to pull back in. Finish in frog. Good. Press out, inhale. Exhale, roll up. Good. Bending the knees and rolling down. Try to reach through those palms. When our pecs are very tight, it's really easy for those wrists to dome up. Really think about opening through the pecs. So good. We're going to do 5 here. Good, one more. Inhale, press through. Think about your pelvis pressing up into the straps. Good. Tight seat as you control the carriage in. And exhale, rolling down. So good. Okay, grab your handles and the straps. And then you're going to slide them down. Palms in. Coordination. So you're already on the right springs. Yeah. So you're all set up. Elbows pull into your ribs. Tabletop to the knees. Okay, so you're imprinted. The first one, you're going to lift the head and press everything out. Hold here. Open, close the legs. just the knees bend in, then the arms. Here we go, out. Press your arms a little bit lower to the floor. There you go, and then your legs can open better. Inhale, hold the breath, exhale, exhale. Last one, inhale, and bend, and bend. Good, both handles in one hand, teaser up. Heather is left-handed, so, okay, we're going into hug a tree and salute. You're gonna drop one red spring. Oh, stay sitting. Hug a tree. There you go. So you're gonna sit cross-legged.
Fake teaser.
Okay, so salute. You're making that triangle with your hands, and it's going above the eyebrows. Heather, would you like a block to sit on?
I am okay.
Okay, good. Okay, so here we go. You're gonna look straight ahead because the eyes flex the spine. Good, pressing out and resisting in. You want to keep that reach forward through the chest as you straighten, and especially as you bend, you're still reaching that chest forward. Perfect. So then you don't get rocked around by the resistance. Your seat is squeezing, so those knees stay open and those inner thighs stay stretching. Let's inhale, press. Exhale, bend. 2. I'm going to do about 8 here. Last one. Hold here. Circle the arms around for hug a tree. Your elbows want to be as high as your shoulders and your hands as well. Here we go. Inhale. Oh, open. One moment. We're going to recross your legs here. There we go. Good. So our hips are able to be even. Heather is working on that hip. Okay. Inhale, close, and exhale, open. We're going to do 4 here with this breath, and then we're going to switch the breath for the next 4. Good. So she switched the breath. Last one. So good. Perfect. Hands back on the post. Okay, now we're going into stomach massage. So we're going to take it down to a low bar. We're dropping the spring down to 1 red and 1 blue. So we are on lighter spring. You can grab your grippy, and if you like that tailbone cushion, you can grab that and put on the grippy. And Heather, on your outside spring, I'm wondering if it's the green.
It was the blue.
The blue.
No,
it's in the back. Okay.
I
Perfect.
could hear the whole time that I could.
Okay. So stomach massage, we're going to go into curl back. Around. Good. So we're just focusing on the intermediate of getting a little more lift. Good. So it's pressing out, hold the breath, exhale, pull in. Good. Keeping that high C shape. Reaching through those heels. Good. Make sure all the balls of the feet have contact on that foot bar so you can get deeper into the legs. Good. Keeping that tailbone rounded under and the ribs lifted out of the pelvis. So good, especially on that heel drop. We create that lift. So good. Now hands are back on the shoulder rests. So to advance this, you're actually going to hook the fingers like they are, and then lift the chest forward so the palms do not touch. Yes, so you're floating. Good. Now, find that booty. Press out, lower lift, and exhale. You're looking straight ahead. Good. One thing to watch for is the neck and head. If you are doing that whiplash motion when your heels drop and lift, you're not stabilizing in your upper core enough. So this is a lot of upper core, needing those ribs. So good. You look beautiful. Keep those palms lifted. We are levitating here. That's the goal. Good. We're going into reaching. So this is one that we're adding. You're pressing out and pulling right back in. So we lose the heel drops here. Inhale, push. Exhale, pull. Same thing. Inhale out, exhale in. Good, curling that tailbone under. 2. And now we're gonna add a twist. You're gonna press out and reach and pull in. Reach. And make sure those straps, when you get set up, go inside the well, and then they won't jingle around so much. Good. Keep reaching for arms. You're gonna stay in. If you need to, you can take your feet to the platform. You're gonna circle 1, or circle for 8. Good. And then to the side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So good. Arms up. Shoulders are down. She's keeping that carriage super quiet. So good. Keep reaching. Step off to the side and down and off. So you're going to push to the side with one foot. Because you're on a grippy, it's hard to pivot. Yes. Dismount. Woohoo. Awesome. Okay. Going into short box. Okay. So stomach massage, we're adding those 2 new ones, the reaching and then the twist, and then you're on lighter springs, so you're gonna have to work a lot harder for your own seat squeeze. So short box goes over where you need it to be. The foot bar goes down. In the short box, you wanna make sure that when you sit on it, you have a hand's width between your tailbone and the back edge. So the longer your legs are, the more you're gonna have to adjust that short box back. Good. Perfect. All set up. Feet in the straps. Good. We're gonna go into curl back. So we're gonna do a few prep squeezes actually. You're gonna squeeze your seat and hold, 2, 3, and release. Good, and again, squeeze, and you can see she's getting that perch, and then release. You're gonna squeeze and hold on the last one. Good, you wanna keep this the whole time. Exhale, curl back. Inhale, curl up. So good. Pay attention to where you lose your tush. If you're losing it, you're going back too far. Work within that point of control. Because when you have that hamstring tush connection, you're gonna pattern right into those abdominals instead of hanging out in your hip flexors. Hip flexors love to do all the work. Good. Stacking up into flat back. So keeping that tuck, inhale back and exhale. Good. You're looking straight ahead. If you look up, you tend to go into that arch. You want to make sure you are in flat back. The eyes looking straight ahead keep you knit in your ribs. So good. Tight seat. Grow tall to go back. Grow even taller to come up. 3. And 1. We're going to go into side to side. Exhale over. Inhale back up. Exhale. Good. Opening the chest as you dip down. One more set. Good. We're going to go into a twist and curl back. So we're going to do 2 different twists. You're going to twist to the side and then curl down. Exhale. Inhale back up. Twist to the other side. Good. You're watching those hips. Keeping your seat squeezing. One more set here, and then we're going to go into the flat back reach. Your eyes are looking down your elbow. Good. Sit up tall but tucked. Now you're going to hinge from the hips. Inhale back. Exhale, come back up. Twist. Flat back reach. Good. We're making sure that we're getting the internal and external obliques. Switch your breath. Inhale back. Exhale up and twist. Inhale. So good. I think that was 3 sets. Okay, going into climb a tree. One leg comes out. Good. Elbow in the knee. Okay, everything's in 3s here. Good, you're gonna reach, hold for a moment, and bend. One more time, and then hold. Good, you're gonna flex the foot and point 3 times. Shoulders are down the back, your abs are working hard, and seat is still zipped. Now we're adding the rocks. You're gonna rock back and rock back up. Take it slow and reach, reach, reach. Good, one more time. Holding here, you're planting your foot right above your pelvis. Look at your knee. Exhale, walk down. Inhale, walking up. Good. Exhale, down. Inhale, fill up the lungs like a balloon to inflate you back up. Last one. Good. Hold it here, pull it in close, lower the leg. So good. So it's really easy to let that pelvis kind of open and rock to the side. Make sure your hips stay squared through this. Good. Keeping the tuck, your abs and your glutes, so that when you're straighten the leg, that tight hamstring doesn't pull your head down. You stay growing tall. Good. Flex and point. Good. Shaking is coveted in Pilates. When we shake, we're literally opening up new neural pathways. Good. 2. Last one. Hold. Tight seat. Plant your tree. Walk down. Exhale. Lower. Inhale. Lift. Those abdominals carry you down and lift you back up. Good. Last one. We need a bell on the top of your toe for you to ring. Pull it in close and lower the leg down. So good. Okay, coming off your box. For long box, we're going to turn that box around. Going into pulling straps 1 and 2 now. We're going to push that fuzzy down and go to 1 red spring. Okay. So, palms. There. Straight legs back. Good. So setup is the same. These two are the same. If this is feeling easy to you by now, you can up it to 1 green spring if you'd like for more resistance. But we're going to inhale, swan back, and exhale back down. Think about lengthening to lift. Good. Palms face the thighs. Eyes lead the way. Good. Last one, we're going to add a little variation. Inhale, hold here. Bend the elbows. Inhale, push. Exhale, bend. Inhale, push. 2. And hold. Come down. Straight arms. Little tricep love there. Okay, slide your hands down to the end of the loop. Iron cross. If you still need to do this without the straps, you totally can. Inhale back. Exhale, open. Knitting your ribs. Your tailbone tuck is the most important thing here. It's going to keep you out of your low back. Last one. Lengthen to pull. Exhale. Good. Handles on the posts. That was really good. That was one of the best I've seen yet for you, Heather. Good job. Coming off the box. Okay, we're going to add a blue spring. This is new choreography here. We're going into backstroke. So to come onto this, and if you are on this rounded box, you want to be careful where you put your tailbone on this because it's easy for this to push you into a neutral spine or arched back. So you're going to hold onto the handles like you're holding a train. You're going to bring your tush to the front edge. So your sits bones want to be off the box, but your tailbone on. Otherwise, you're going to lose resistance in the springs really easily. You're going to lie back, lift the knees in. You are imprinted and all tucked up. So your eyes are on your knees. Good. Here we go. You're going to press straight up. Arms and legs circle around. And resist back in slow. Inhale up. Hold the breath to circle. And exhale. Pull everything deep in. So good. One more. Exhale. Now we reverse it. Press straight out. Hold. Circle back. And pull in. Make sure you are not losing tension in those springs. You'll hear that carriage bump. Good, last one. Out, circle back, and pull in. Holding here. both handles in one hand. Teaser up and off the box because we got to change the springs. Good, you can reach down, drop the blue, going into the red. Okay, you're gonna come down. If you can't do the teaser on the mat, then don't do it on the box. Okay, so I want you to actually do this in tabletop. And then you're gonna teaser up there. So come down for just a moment. So you are all sprawled out. So you really want to squeeze those knees, zip up the abs, stay imprinted. Your head lifts first, exhale, curl up, reach through the arms. Now inhale, roll up, straighten the legs out. Good, reach for those toes. Now hold in there and roll down. Roll away as you press your arms into the bend in tabletop to return. So good. Exhale, curl, reach and press. Inhale, rolling up. And exhale, roll back down, away. So good, bending the knees back in tabletop. Last one. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, roll up, reach. Inhale. There you go. Exhale, roll down.
We do. Sorry, kids.
One more. Inhale, rolling up. If you try to roll up when your elbows are not above the pelvis, then you have a lot of weight that you're not going to be able to roll up. So curling up into that is super key. So good. Thank you, Heather.
Sorry.
You're a champ. No apologies. That was good. It was mainly your elbows were a little down too far, and there's no way you can really get into that, at least easily. Okay, so there's teaser. Okay, get rid of the box. We're moving into knee stretches. Okay, so knee stretches, we're going back to a high bar, a red and blue spring. Oh, sorry, we are advancing it this time. So we're going from red and blue to just a green spring. This is gonna be a little more ab work. You're gonna have to work harder yourself to get your glutes turned on. Okay, but we're gonna go into round back knee stretches. Okay, so you're not gonna push out as quickly. Okay, we're gonna push back in, inhale, exhale, pull. Good. How does that feel, Heather? A lot more ab?
Yes.
Because now it's you. And to advance this, we ended up going to a blue and then no springs. Okay, we're doing 10 here. Your transition is on the out. Good. She flowed right into it. Making sure that your abs stay engaged the whole time. So focus on that point of control. Exhale in. Good. You're a lot more powerful. Exhale in. So hold here. We're going to go to a red and a blue now. And we are switching up the order a little bit. We usually go to double knees off. We're adding in a single knee off. Okay, and we're going to do this before double knee because it just makes more sense to do one leg and then double leg. So straight arms, really press through. Good. It's kick back through the back heel. So your weight is actually in the front leg and you're kicking back and guiding the carriage with the back leg. Okay, so you're in releve with that front foot. Sit back towards the heels, tuck and lift. Good. Guide with the back, and the weight is in the front. This is a knee burner. It's amazing for skiers. 3. Or those who don't ski and still want to develop their knees. Okay, knees off, double knees off. Here we go. Watch those toes a little further forward. You really want to be able to flex into that heel to get that seat. Okay, here we go. Tuck so much that your knees lift off. Good. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, pull in. 9, 8, 7. Push through those hamstrings. 5, 4, 2, and 1. All the way in. Come down. Level 3 on level 1 and 2. Good job. Thank you. Okay, so we're going into long stretch now. This is where your mats are going to come in hand in a minute. Okay, yep, so she's just standing up into elephant. Good, shoulders are down, staying tucked. These are small and sweet, you guys. Don't worry about how far back you're going here. Your main goal is to keep those toes flexed up, those inner thighs magnetized, and the rainbow spine active. Good. Okay, we're going to dismount the carriage. So your headrest is coming up here. You're grabbing that long gray pad, and it's just gonna sit right on top of there. Okay, so we're mounting onto the reformer. Right, she is warmed up, you guys. You're going right into plank, so it's gonna be left hand, left foot, right hand, right foot. She's all set up. Good. Good. She's in her plank. This is a major tuck, you guys. Exhale, press back through the arms. Inhale, pull the head to the wall. And you can just look towards that baseboard. Good. Inhale. Good. We're doing 5. Wrap your heels together from your tush. She's in a straight arrow. Shoulders are connected. You're really watching that doll arm effect. Good. And then she's going to come in and stay on her last one. Good. Come down to your knees for down stretch. Heels go up against the shoulder rest. That was beautiful, Heather, by the way. Okay, hips go forward to the foot bar. Exhale, press back through the arms. Inhale, swan up, look up. Good. You are knitting your ribs to support that shoulder girdle. You're breathing 3 dynamically, right? So you're really expanding the ribs out to the side and into the back of your shirt so that you can get air, but you have to have that 8th pack connection to really support the shoulders. Otherwise, you're hanging your joints out to dry. Good. Holding here. Going into running and bottom lift.
I wanted to do up stretch.
Next video. I promise you can do it. Up stretch is Heather's favorite. That's level 3. Get rid of your pad. You're on all reds and a blue. Good. Have a seat to the end. Lie down. So good. Your toes are slightly apart. We're just going to get a little more flow here, making sure that you're connecting your heels up into your pelvis, but really getting that cool down. Zipping up those abs. Breathe into the back of the lungs. Making sure you are not hanging by those toes. Good. You're inhaling for 2, exhaling for 2. Good. Couple more sets, and then you can do your stretch with your foot pull, or you can pull on the carriage. Right? Bottom lift. So we're teasering up or rolling up, whichever. And we're going to 1 red and 1 blue. So we are on lighter spring here to make it more hamstring work. So we should have that glute activated enough. Now lower your head rest. Your arches are to the corners of the foot bar. Good. Let's do 3 little hip lifts to start, just so you can feel the springs. You're going to tuck, roll the hips up, and roll back down. 2 more. You're keeping that carriage pulled in. Long, strong arms. So good. Last one. Rolling up, and you're going to stay and push through that tuck. Inhale, pull in. Exhale, and inhale. Energy through the knees when you pull that carriage in. A lot more hamstring in this level 2. Making sure those knees are tracking the toes and you are rotated out. We're doing 10 here. Good, rolling down. So good. Teaser up. We're gonna go into side splits. So we're gonna do side splits. We're just gonna do 3 there, and then we're adding warrior into this. So single red, you're gonna mount onto the carriage in the center, bend and step over. For side splits on level 2, I want you to shimmy your right foot out just a little bit more. We are gonna really challenge our inner thighs reach. Okay, so you are tucked, hands on the hips or out to the side, either way. But you're pressing out through, hold, 2, 3, and pull back in. We're only doing 3 here instead of the 5 because we're adding a new one in. And we do not want to exhaust these inner thighs because you're in a precarious position. And that hold is really gonna deepen it. Squeeze, 2, 3. Then we rotate that right foot to warrior. So hold in for just a moment and squeeze. I want you to make sure that heel is lined up with the back of your arch and not heel to heel and not heel to the front of your arch. Otherwise, it can totally pull you into your low back. Okay, but we are zipped. Here we go. We press out and hold. 2, 3, pull back in, squeeze the bumper and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Your glutes are your main cue here. Keep your tuck. Those glutes really protect the knees so you don't, that's the main complaint I get from people when they first start this, and it's because they don't have that seat connection. Good, come in, shimmy back in, and then we get to do the other side. Good, slowly promenade. Good, stepping over, shimmy that left foot out. Once that right foot is over on the platform, make sure, yep, your feet are aligned, you're parallel. Make sure those feet aren't different positions. They want to be side by side. Find your tuck, press and hold, 2, 3, pull back in and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Make sure you are really trying to make contact with that bumper. You are tucking into those glutes. Your glutes always protect your knees. If you have your center of gravity loaded in your knees and you're not pulling up into the pelvis, then you're really hanging that joint out to dry. Good, lining up the heel with the back of the arch, not the heel to heel and not the front of the arch. Arms go out, look straight through that arm. Good, tight seat, hold, 2, 3. Oblique work here, you guys. You are really getting that front leg to pattern up into that oblique to cross it up to your whole sling connection to the other side. Good, one more. All the way in and hold, 2, 3. Shimmy the foot back in. Good, bend the knees and step back over. Down and off. That was warrior. We added in. Now we're going into front splits kneeling. So you can grab a pad if you'd like for that back knee to kneel on. But you're going to a high bar and a red blue. Okay, that just gives you a little extra cushion to push back on. So you are going to be kneeling with your hands on the foot bar and your heels up against the shoulder rests to start. Just make sure you get that heel flexed back, that knee position. Good. Then the other knee, that's not padded, is gonna come, the foot is gonna come on the foot bar. Okay, so you're gonna keep holding on to that foot bar and press back through the back leg, straightening the front leg. So what's super important, because this is a prerequisite exercise, which, I mean, what isn't, but we do this with hands off eventually. And so I want you're not pushing out with the front leg. You're actually pulling in with the front leg. So you're actually kind of pulling your pelvis in 2 different directions. Pressing back through the back leg, through the glute, and pulling that front knee in with the hamstring. You can round over here, Heather, round the spine. Oh no, just tuck, yeah. And press through. And then, yeah, so you can go a little bit further. Perfect. And then swan back up. And then you can go into that. But what is pulling the carriage in is that front knee. Good. Extra stretch, you can lift that arm and side bend. Good, switch sides. Just breathe naturally here. You can exhale, press back, inhale, pull in. But just right through here, keep that back heel pushing back as the front knee bends in. So you're never straightening the front leg and locking it in. Exhale, press back through, pulling in with the front knee, Get that hamstring to bend in a little bit, and then pulling in. Looking up first, swan up. Good, one more. And pulling in with that front foot. Other arm lifts up. You're lifting the arm that the knee is kneeling on. Good, and coming down. Okay, dismounting, and namaste, Heather. Thank you. We're doing level 2.